Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. I don't know if you guys remember, I'm going to link to the video of nasty ass, and yes, I'm saying nasty ass, pedo, James Cox, aka Santa. He was arrested on federal charges earlier this year in Osceola County in St. Cloud. I covered it again on the channel, and I still believe there is connections to Stephen Stearns, but we'll get into that momentarily as well. The only one who covered this is West Channel 2 so far, and I love my local news stations, and West 2 is always right up on stuff. He's 80 years old. James Cox appeared in federal court today, which is Wednesday, to plead guilty to 2 charges of receiving and possessing child porn. 2 charges. I'm sorry, there's gotta be many, many more. I really want to know more about this. I have been waiting for updates on this sorry ass Santa, okay, on this nasty ass 80-year-old, and who his son decided to take his own life before this raid went down. That's how much of a chicken you know what he is. And he has been arrested and has been in federal custody for all this time. And for those that don't recall, now, unfortunately, Madeline Soto's remains were found not far from where James Cox and his son resided in St. Cloud. On the screen, that is their home. That blue house, it's a nice looking house, but unfortunately, a lot of nasty you-know-what went down there. And there's a lot of stories from those neighbors, and I'm sure a lot of those kids sadly just want to recover from their trauma, and I really do hope that they can get through that. Now, investigators have said that they found hundreds of pictures and videos on his computer. Okay, and some showed brutal CSAM, and some of these kids were infants and toddlers. So, again, I ask you, 2 charges of receiving and possessing. 2 charges. What's wrong with this picture, folks? What is wrong with this picture? Plea deals sometimes can suck really, really big time, okay? And again, agents raided his home on Countryside Drive back in March. When they arrived, his adult son Henry, decided to take his own life, self-inflicted gunshot wound, and he was also a target of the raid, so he took the easy way out. Or not so much, because I believe he's probably living a really awful life downstairs. Now, he frequently dressed up as Santa Claus. That's how he was known to the neighborhood families and kids, as Santa Claus. And according to court documents, he wore a red jail jumpsuit over a white-sleeved undershirt today while he appeared in court. And he faces anywhere from 5 years up to 40 years in prison. That's it. Okay? I realize this nasty ass guy on the screen, and that does not look like a Santa Claus you want to hang out with, just to look on his mugshot right there. Okay? But he's 80 years old. Granted, he's probably not going to be around much longer. But only 40 years and only 2 charges. It's got my blood boiling, guys. It's got my blood boiling. So let's check out the short piece that Wesh did. They put up today on James Cox.
New at noon in Osceola County, man once known as Santa to his neighbors has pleaded guilty to child pornography charges. 80-year-old James Cox was arrested in March and appeared in federal court this morning. Investigators raided his home in St. Cloud following a tip that he'd been downloading videos of children being abused. When agents arrived, they say Cox's adult son Henry, who was also under investigation, killed himself. Cox was well known in the neighborhood for dressing up as Santa Claus. Today, Cox pleaded guilty to 2 charges related to the pornography. He could face between 5 to 40 years in prison when he's sentenced on November 6th.
Again, 5 to 40 years. 2 charges. What a joke. And it's not funny what happened to all these kids. It's not funny at all. And again, I realize he's probably not going to be around maybe 5, 6 years. But irregardless, he deserves just to rot, which he will. But I personally still believe there are ties to James and Henry Cox to Stephen Stearns. I don't know if Madeline Soto's images were in their possession, but I believe they knew each other. I do believe that. At least Henry did. I believe that Stearns and the Coxes, I think that they knew each other. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But again, I wanted to update you guys on this. I've been waiting for some sort of an update, and I'm going to see what else I can find out. Seems like on these federal CSAM stuff, there's not a lot of stuff that comes out. But I applaud Wesh 2, my local station here, for getting the update today on James Cox's court hearing and plea deal. Alright guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And most of all, stay safe.